Jimmy brings a Saturday Night Live pedigree to his Tonight Show party, but even he might admit that the wildest show in late night belongs to a former television news producer named Andy Cohen. Andy presides over the nightly Anything Goes celebrity cocktail bash, Watch What Happens Live, persuading stars to do and say things they wouldn't do or say anywhere else. With the release this month of his third tell-all book, I entered Andy's Clubhouse, where I've been a guest many times and took over the host chair.
It is game time.
2, 1.
Welcome to the Clubhouse.
Thank you.
It does.
I like it in here.
I feel like it's kind of strange to be in here without a drink in your hand. You probably know Andy Cohen for a couple of things.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Watch What Happens Live. Oh, my God.
As the host of the biggest, booziest, most celebrity-filled party in late night, and as the architect, ringmaster, and chaperone of Bravo's table-flipping Real Housewives.
Seasons may change, but Cynthia Bailey never goes out of style.
Andy, you're the one who decides who's coming back next season and who's not.
I am one of the voices of that decision. Yes.
Oh my God, how big of a voice? Did I just call you shady?
It's a pretty big voice, yeah.
But the St. Louis native's start in the business was much less glamorous. A lot of people I talk to when I say I'm going to come talk to you, they know Watch What Happens Live, they know the Housewives. They have no idea about how you started in TV as a news producer.
Yes.
You were one of the youngest interns ever at a CBS station, and then you really came up through the news business.
I did. I always wanted to be in news, and I wanted to be in front of the camera, and I gave up that dream once I was an intern at CBS News in New York. I felt like I was in the epicenter of the world, and I thought, I'm not gonna go to small stations and try to make my way in front of the camera. I'm gonna just move to New York and
take a shot.
Try to make it as a producer, yeah. And I left CBS News. I got a great opportunity of a lifetime. Barry Diller offered me a job in the year 2000 to run programming at a small cable channel that wound up failing, but I wound up learning so much.
And you hopped from there to Bravo.
And I hopped from there to Bravo.
A job behind the scenes at the Bravo television network spilled onto the air when Andy's hit web series about the Real Housewives was greenlit for TV in 2009.
Hey everybody, welcome to a Watch What Happens special.
7 years later, the show has made Andy a star. He's written 3 best-selling books about his celebrity-soaked life, including his latest, Superficial, More Adventures from the Andy Cohen Diaries. This picks up almost exactly where the last one left off, like a week later.
A week later. I was in such a groove writing, and I love the format of a diary. It's great, because I lead a life where every day I don't know where the day is gonna take me, or who I'm gonna meet, or what stupid thing I'm gonna do. And this book opens at Joan Rivers' funeral. Sad place to start, but you gotta start somewhere. And by the time it's over, which is almost 2 years later, I actually became emotionally exhausted by reporting on my own life. And I said, I have to now go live my life and not write it down, because I'm completely just exhausting myself.
And as his own diary shows, Andy's life is exhausting. He's crossed over from celebrity fan to bona fide celebrity himself. Andy runs in a tight circle with famous friends like Sarah Jessica Parker, Jimmy Fallon, and John Mayer. His show's guest list has included Oprah, Cher,
Snap out of it!
and Lady Gaga.
You know, Anderson Cooper always says that no one enjoys being famous more than me. And at first I kind of took that as a criticism, and then I started breaking down what he was saying. And I said to him one night, here's my analysis of this. I became famous after the age of 40, after I had lived in New York City for like 20 years. So I want you to imagine being in New York, and then suddenly people are giving you things, or you can get into restaurants that you never could, or they're just treating you better. So if that's what it means, then I think you're right. I do really like it. Now you might notice that Mariah Carey is the only other person I've ever switched seats for.
I was going to ask you about that.
You and Mariah, another thing that you have in common with Mariah.
Again. I think that shelf tells you everything you need to know about Andy Cohen. There's his Peabody Award on one shelf, and just below it is Julie Andrews' tea bag from her appearance on this show.
That's true.
Are there nights, because doing a show 5 nights a week it's always there.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Are there nights where you have to like pull yourself up?
There's a moment early in the book where I get results on some research that Bravo did on the show. So there was a small percentage of people who said, I stopped watching because Andy's over it. And dude, my heart sunk when I saw that line. I thought, this is my dream job. If two people turn on this show and think that I'm checked out and I'm not into it anymore, then not only am I not doing my job, but I shouldn't be allowed to do my job. This is my idea of heaven here.
I know there's one guest you're still hoping will show up in the Clubhouse. I looked at an old interview where you said the First Lady of the United States told you that
Yes.
this is a end of second term kind of thing. Is it gonna happen?
No,
Why?
because I think that she and Madonna, now that I've publicly said that those are the two people, I think they're vowing to go on every show but this show just to make me literally crazy.
You get people to say things in this room they don't say anywhere else.
Yes.
So if Madonna were sitting right here, what would you want to ask her?
Off the top of my head, maybe we would fill the wheel with her ex-lovers and just spin it, and I'd be like, okay, Dennis Rodman, talk to me. A-Rod. You know, I think that could be a good way to go.
What would you ask the First Lady if she were sitting in this chair?
Too much to count. First of all, I would want to do a tequila shot with her. There's so much about this election that I would want to talk to her about. I know she's a closet Housewives fan. It's been confirmed from people on her staff, things that bug her about her husband. Yeah, there's a lot.
You do talk in the book about you've come to a place where you've had great success in your career, in your life.
Yeah.
And now maybe you want something else.
This is great, but I need to focus on what's gonna ground me for my life now.
Which is?
You know, who knows? A kid, maybe I'll open an orphanage.
Oh, an entire orphanage.
A whole orphanage.
That's a big leap.
Yeah.
From one kid
Who knows?
to run the whole
Something
thing.
to ground my heart. Yes.
And
besides this.
And do you need a partner, someone to spend your life with?
You know, I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe.
Thank you. What's the
I don't
answer?
know. No, I'm seeing someone now. Who knows where it'll go? Take every day as it comes.
Does he know about the orphanage that's coming his way?
No, we got to talk about that tonight.
You should tell him about the orphanage.
I'm going to.
Andy's new book, Superficial, is available now, and already in its first week, a New York Times bestseller. The Party That Is Watch What Happens Live airs Sunday through Thursday nights at 11:10 Central on Bravo. To hear more from Andy on putting together The Real Housewives and why he believes it's a lot more than just train wreck TV, click on our web extras at today.com/Sunday.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.